Hi, I'm Terry from Waconda Boats here in Glen Elder, Kansas and Republican City, Nebraska. And we're finally going to get to show you a video on the new 2016 2175 Pro V. They did some changes to the larger Pro V lineups this year. The 2075 included. They made some key changes, and this shares all those same features, and I'll kind of try to point that out as we go inside the boat. Most everything that was changed is an interior feature, but for 2075 used to be the largest model you could buy. They added this to the lineup now, and it's the 2175, and it's basically just a foot longer than the 2075. But when you compare it to last year's model, they made it 5 inches wider. Where it was a 97-inch beam, now this is 102 inches wide. That's as wide as they can go, and this is also a foot longer than the 2075. So it's just shy of a 22-foot boat. It's 2110 to be exact overall length. And this particular boat is ordered for a customer, and I haven't rigged it yet because I kind of wanted to. He ordered it basically exactly how we would stock it, minus a couple things I'll try to point out. But I wanted to go over it as how we pretty much would stock the boat and show you all the layout on the interior. Now on the outside of the boat, basically all ours are going to have I'll start with the trailer. You're going to have the custom upgraded bunk trailer, and that gives you the Lund paint job. So it's kind of like a rhino lining in a sense. It's going to be a lot more rock chip resistant, and that gives you nicer mag wheels, they call them. Gives you the diamond plate treaded fender, and also gives you the spare tire all in that option. So it's a nice trailer feature. Also gives you the roller guides in the back. As far as the back of the boat, they really haven't changed anything that I can see here. They still have the same, they call it the rescue ladder, and that's come standard on them. They've had this for years now, and it's just a 3-step ladder that's recessed inside the gunnel if you were to happen to fall overboard or whatever the case may be. It's just a way to get back in the boat. It's not taking up space and hanging off the back of the transom. Things to get snagged on or anything like that. It's just a nice feature to have. This gentleman ordered this with a 350 Verado. All ours in stock would have a 350 on it as well. I think that's going to be by far the most popular engine for the 2175. That's max horsepower, and some guys might opt for the 300, but I think for the most part you're going to see 350s on most of these. Starting at the back of the boat, this compartment here, that's where they store their power steering pump and the battery isolator and whatnot. This one's going to have a kicker on it here soon, so it's going to have 2 batteries, and so therefore we went ahead and put in a 2-bank charger in the back as well, and that's also stored in here. And for charging that, we put a receptacle up here on the back, and that way it just makes it a lot easier you don't have to get in the boat to plug it in. Then you have a nice large live well like always before. It's their best live well. They call it the Prolong 2 Plus, and it's just aerated and lighted and timed, and a nice size live well for the back live well. And then you also have another door over here for your drop-in minnow bucket for anybody that fishes live bait. Another thing they changed is they added, I guess, the hardware for the ski tow pylon, and that's right here. It doesn't come with a pylon, but if you want it, all we have to do is order the pole, and it just snaps right down in place there. So that's another nice feature that's standard on them now. This guy ordered this with what's called the washdown pump. We wouldn't normally stock ours with it, but this is what it looks like. It's an option. It's got a switch here, and it's just a high pressure pump that picks up raw lake water, and there's a hose that attaches to that, and you can spray down the deck or wash your hands or whatever you want to do. Another option he put with it, I don't know if we'll have ours in stock with it for sure or not, but it's not a bad feature, and it's not an expensive option. And being as boats, you got so much room in it, it's not really hurting anything as far as space-wise either. But they call this the aft storage option. So normally where your deck would cut off right here, you get an extra 6 inches or so here, and that makes your casting deck larger. And it opens up, and you got these tackle trays in here. Now you could take those trays out if you wanted to put something else in there, but that's called the aft storage option. And then down here, like before, is where your cranking batteries will stow. And like all ours in stock, they're going to have the same snap-in carpet. All this cockpit carpet comes clear out. It makes it for a lot easier to clean up. On the starboard side, where they used to have a pull-out drawer, they changed that to where it's just a traditional style door now. And the main reason for doing that is because instead of having just a drawer here that pulled out and only so much space where the drawer fit, it goes way back in here, so you got a lot more storage this way. And that's lockable as well. On the port side, it's a little more traditional to what they have been doing the past few years. You have the same style sliding drawers on top of the gunnels, and they did add a deck drain for that now, so anything you put up there is bound to get wet at times, but it all drains at least. And then they added two big sliding drawers on the port side now as well that come out, and they put tackle trays in them already, which is a handy feature. You can obviously take them out and put whatever you want in there if you don't want that many tackle trays. You have two of those. There's one in the front here too. Being as they made this boat 5 inches wider, it's another nice thing for the guys. If you're fishing several people, the guys in this back seat here can actually turn it sideways and have plenty of leg clearance in the side when they're wanting to fish off the side, where before they might have been more scrunched to the gunnel. Up at the front, they still have a very large glove box. You can put a lot of stuff in there. And then, like before, you have pull-out drawers under each console, under the starboard and port, both sides. And they did add this ruler option, which is kind of a neat feature too, that comes out. So you always got a ruler there to measure your fish. The dash, they did change. They made the dash a lot nicer. They basically took the console out of what they were using in their fiberglass models and put it in their aluminum models. So it's kind of got a vinyl texture on the top, and it's just a really nice looking dash. Tilt steering. All your switches are nice and easy to get to, and everything like before is all run off their master power switch, even your fish finders that will wire up. So if you leave that off or you shut that off, you really don't have to worry about leaving anything on and running your battery down. They did change the interior lights. That's another switch on the dash. I don't have a battery in this, I guess, but there's LED lights now under each side, so it really ought to light it up pretty well. And there's two other lights in the very front there inside the track system. I don't know if you can see it very well, but they did change their interior lights, so that ought to work pretty good. Their stereos, the same Infinity stereo they've been using for quite a while now. There's a place down here to plug your USB port into it and or an MP3 jack, but most people are just going to Bluetooth it to their phone. It is Bluetooth capable as well. All ours in stock, and including this one, has what's called the SmartCraft gauges, and that just gives you quite a bit more information at hand here in this little digital box, and that it shows you your engine hours right there and fuel consumption, and just a lot more information on the motor. Your rod storage hasn't changed a lot, but there's a huge rod box, holds 15 rods, and there's also lights, LED lights in there as well. And then you can see where they put the charger down below, and like before, your trolling motor batteries go underneath there too, so they're down and out of the way. Up on the front, on the port side, now like they've had in the past, they've had what they considered to be a cooler up here, but now they actually insulated it, so it works a lot better. We're excited about that, as they actually have an insulated cooler on this side. You don't have to have a big cooler in the boat tripping over it. You just put your ice in here and whatever else you want to keep cool. Another feature they have here is they kind of took from their fiberglass model as well, is they put a place to put your needle nose pliers or any tools. They slide right in here. And then on the starboard side, you just have your same bow live well, and that's a lot bigger than it looks. And then in front of that, you have two huge storage compartments in the bow. Both are lockable. This one here has the travel cover. All ours in stock are going to have a travel cover as well. Their new travel covers are really nice too. They don't require the snaps going down the side, and they also don't require pulls anymore either. So they've improved their covers a lot. Another storage compartment up here in the front, like before. very large bow, spacious bow to fish off of. I think this pretty well covers the boat. If I missed anything, our emails are on our website, wacondaboats.com. Feel free to call us or email us, either one, and thanks for watching.